All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. This is Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube channel with the vibe that gives you all the Ogbonge confirmatory news where they happen for Biafran territory. Do not forget, to subscribe to this channel as we continue to give you more updated information. Now, breaking news. Whether if you like, you believe. If you like, no believe. Remember when we told you people that I dropped a video after the propaganda against the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and Joko, and in that video, I made it categorically clear that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is not in any prison, deadly prison or whatever. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I want you to watch this picture. You see that photo, this particular photo you're looking at? Please, look at this closely. Who is in that photo? Who is in this photo? You might think this is an old picture, but this picture was actually dropped today, and well, kinda, it's been trending on all social media. It's been trending, and I think garagara ndiro neme. This garagara Musa has been doing for the past few weeks, within this period that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and Joko is absent. All these garagara will come to an end because the man that they are scared of is in town. The man that they are scared of is actually free. I'm not going to say more than this. Look at that picture very well. Look at that picture very well. That is the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and Joko. And looking at that, it is clear, first of all, for those of you who keep on arguing, the Prime Minister will always say, what you don't know is bigger than you. And that is true. What you don't know is bigger than you. And for all these people who keeps on making noise, honorary issue in the cabinet, you cannot handle. To the extent that they've reduced the Biafran Republic government, something the Prime Minister created that has been doing well. A government that is being, feared by the zoo government. A government that has been able to shut the zoo off. A government that has been able to put, Biafra out, to bring out Biafra to the world to see what Biafra truly represents. They've reduced it just within few weeks. They've reduced it to nothing. Propaganda here and there, issues here and there. The only message I have this afternoon is Obato Obie is back. It's as simple as that. Meanwhile, let us go into today's issue because so many things have been happening and Musa has been bragging. He has been raising shoulders and raising wings. His wings are about to be cut off. Initially, when the period the Prime Minister was around, every day Musa is crying. Now he's running shoulder, raising shoulder. Let us hear, the news from what is happening in Biafraland.
Has taken full advantage of BLGIE division, launches first attack on the innocent people of Okigwe State, Biafraland. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is of December 2024, and I have very important information and video clip for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news and of course the video that follows it. Because like as I promised on my previous broadcast, which I posted a couple of hours ago, you must understand that many things are going on in our land. As the Janjaweed terrorist army is currently taking full advantage of the division that they have planted in the BLGIE to launch attack, or should I say deadly attack, on the innocent community and of course innocent people of Okigwe state of Biafraland. So without further ado, I want you to pay very good attention as I release the video and of course the audio for you to watch and see what is going on in Biafra territory. So watch the video, don't go nowhere, as I will be analyzing it bit by bit till the very end of this very broadcast. Let us go, my wonderful people of Biafra.
Hello and welcome to TVC News. The troops of the Joint Task Force in Imo State has dislodged suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra operating within the Njaba general area.
When they tell you has dislodged suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra, it is a lie, because the video is here for all men to see. The video is here for the whole world to see. There is nothing like, dislodging the so-called indigenous people of Biafra. To start with, those that are fighting with them are called the Biafra Liberation Army. There is nothing like indigenous people of Biafra, as indigenous people of Biafra are not armed. So I want you to know this while we continue.
Hotspot is located in an area which covers Oru East and Njaba local government areas of the state. We have details in the show.
Few days after dislodging suspected members of IPOB terrorizing Aka community within Okigwe general area, the troops of the Joint Task Force are here at Ezioha community, an Mbitoli local government area of Imo State. The community seems deserted due to the activities of the terrorist kingpin, one more people alias B44 in the.
That is another lie, because this is what Nigeria is known for: propaganda, lies, and deceit. They said that they are terrorizing the people of the community and the community is thereby deserted. It is a typical lie. The people who are actually terrorizing the innocent people of Okigwe and other parts of Biafraland are the Nigerian soldiers. This is very simple. You can see where they are stationed, launching an attack against the innocent people. We are just starting because you are going to see a lot in this video. So tell me, who are the terrorists? As an individual, as a civilian in this community, you see this kind of thing. Armored cars stationed in your own neighborhood. Are you going to be there? Will you remain in that same community when you see this kind of war materials in the community? Will you be there? And I want to make it clear before moving forward that where you see them station this, armored military personnel carrier, fully armed to the teeth, are in the areas within the community where the Biafra Liberation Army are not present. I'm telling you the truth. They know where the BLA are in the forest, but they will leave them, go inside the villages and communities of our land to terrorize the innocent people. This is their modus of operandi. Now let us continue.
The last few days, there have been intense bombardment of the stronghold to ensure.
Can you see it? This NA signifies Nigeria Army. You can see, if you look at this place, this is people's homes. You can see this is a house, this is a house. And these places, you see them, parking their armored cars, have absolutely nothing to do with the Biafra Liberation Army. The presence of Biafra Liberation Army is not in these areas as they operate from the bush and forest. Let's continue.
People celebrated Christmas and New Year without any security threats from the criminals. Here,
can you see them? Have you seen where they are? This is normal road, people's road, the road that leads to people's homes in their, communities. yet they are here. How do you expect people to pass through this place or even live around here? Did you see them in the forest? This place is not a forest. This is, a residential area in Okigwe State of Biafraland. Let us continue.
The criminals left IEDs on the entrance route of the community to deter the troops' access to the place. This market square opposite the church was not left out, as the improvised explosive planted by the criminals against the troops created this impact on the building.
Now, you can see that building, right? Look at it here. They want to tell the world, or should I say, they want to confuse the gullible that this very, roof or this very act was done by the Biafra Liberation Army. That is a typical lie. This is a bomb that was thrown from the air because they came with, their fighter jets and, of course, their tanks. So this is a bomb thrown to this very house and got this building destroyed by the same Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army who are coming here to terrorize innocent Biafrans in their various communities. There is no way they will, they can never escape it. The judgment is there for them and they can never ever escape it. This is what is going on within our land. And you must remember that they are taking full advantage of the division which is going on or currently happening within the BLGIE. That is the reason why the zoo is taking this advantage and our men on ground have been distracted. Although I want to say kudos to them today, 19th December 2024, there was a gospel because this thing happened a few days ago, and today there was, retaliation or reprisal attack in defense of our people and our land against these very terrorists in military uniform. So let's continue.
On the building. The Joint Task Force later succeeded in clearing and liberating the area as they also inflicted.
Can you see? This is one of their military armored personnel carrier. Can you see? These are people's homes. Look at the right, you see somebody's house. Look at the left, this is somebody's house. And look at the front here. These are people's homes. What is the military armored personnel carrier doing in somebody's compound? Is this where the Biafra Liberation Army are stationed? How could you leave the forest and you are coming to bombard innocent people's homes and you think that you are going to use your propaganda to cover it up? It's not going to happen. It has never happened before, and this time around we are not going to allow it to happen. I pity those who should be concentrating on this current development, exposing the criminals, exposing the terrorists in military uniform, and they have left these things behind and they are currently fighting a battle that is not even there, an unnecessary battle that shouldn't have been there in the first place if everybody is genuinely fighting for freedom of our people. Let's continue.
The fringes. B44 and his criminal.
If you look now, you see that this is a market square in a community in Okigwe State. This is a market square. So what are they doing in the market square? Is a simple question. With their armor tanks and fighter jets, what are they doing in the market square? Or do you want to tell me that the Biafra Liberation Army camp is located in the market square in Okigwe State? That is a lie. Another big lie. So what are these soldiers with their armor tanks doing in the market square in Okigwe State? Is a very important question, and I want them to come and answer for it.
Gang have been kidnapping and launching attacks on residents and security operatives within the general area. The troops also recovered these devices from the criminals.
Encountered IEDs.
The Commander 34 Artillery Brigade opens the Owerri, Brigadier General Usman Lawal, and other service chiefs in the state.
Did you hear his name? General Usman Lawal, a Fulani man. How do you believe that a Fulani man will give security to a Biafra man, in fact, to an Igbo man in Okigwe State of Biafraland? How do you believe that? Fulani that want the total eradication of Ndi Igbo, that push them to massacre over 5 million Biafrans between 1967 to 1970 genocidal war. These same Fulani still have that very hatred against us. You could see what they did to our people during the previous administration of the late Muhammadu Buhari. You saw it. It's in the public. You saw what they did to our people. And today, this same Fulani is the one claiming to give us security. It is not possible. That hate can never be wiped away. Let's continue.
Said they are committed in restoring peace in different communities of Imo State.
We intend to neutralize their criminal activities so that we can have a peaceful Christmas and then New Year celebration.
No, don't tell us about Christmas and New Year celebration. You cannot come from Fota Jalon. I am an in a Tisinani. You can't come here to tell us how to celebrate Christmas because it is not your thing. It is never your business. We know your mission, but you have failed even before you took up that journey.
The entire community has been mined to deter us from moving. We carefully detonated some of the IDs and continue.
The whole community is deserted, and we are trying our best to make sure that the community let them return back. This player,
they should return back so that you finish your job, isn't it? You are calling them to return back that you may finish your job. You have all failed. All of you from Fota Jalon, the land of Biafra will swallow all of you one after the other. I want to say kudos once again to the Biafra Liberation Army that have neutralized many of them today, including setting their operational vehicles ablaze. I want to say kudos to them because even though that many of them have been distracted, yet some of them are still doing the needful. Let's continue.
He is his stronghold. If he kidnaps outside, he keeps them here. And the community are afraid of him.
This clearance operation is going to be sustained by the grace of God. And I want to say that the military cannot do it alone. The Imo State government also appealed to the people to have confidence in the security operatives who are working for their safety.
Did you see them? Can you see them? Look at them. These are all their vehicles. Look at where they are stationed. Look at this armored car here. Look at the tank. Look at the men. These are terrorists in uniform. Look at them, all of them. They are tanks. And this is a residential area. That is what I want you to know. If you look at something here, you see this is a church, right? This is a church. My brothers and sisters, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, is this where the Biafra Liberation Army are stationed? The answer is no. So what are they doing here? Why are you after innocent citizens and you want me, who is civilized in mind and in nature, to be in one zoological republic of animal kingdom with you, with some people, with these people, with this mentality? I want to tell you that they all know where our men are. They know, but they can't go there. Of course, destroy lives and properties of innocent Biafrans in Okigwe. I want those who are neglecting these things, claiming to be members of Biafra government. I want all of you to see what is going on in our land. And none of you is talking about it. None of you is reporting it. None of you even pay attention to the invasion of our land after the detention of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. None of you, not from the all of you from the both side. You all have completely failed the Biafran people. It is quite unfortunate. But if you people can retrace and come back to fight in unison against these, monsters in our land, then history will remember all of you for good.
To have confidence in the security operatives who are working for their safety and assure them of adequate security during the Christmas and New Year festivities. We are going to do everything to encourage the local, using the various means and stakeholders to talk to them, talk to the people to come back to their homes. The soldiers are here to help and to protect them.
It is impossible for those you so-called soldiers to protect them. It is impossible. If you can protect them, so why are you bombarding their homes? It's a simple question. If you can protect them, why are you bombarding their homes? Let's continue.
Jebba Valley Reserve, and the count for the criminal elements is about 2,000 feet below the sea level.
Did you hear that? They said the camps of the criminal elements, they call them criminal elements, is about how many thousand? Let's take that again, please. Very, very important.
It's about 2,000 feet below the sea level.
It's about 2,000 below the sea level. And these terrorists are afraid of going there with all their armor tanks and military fighter jets. They are all afraid to go there. Rather, they are there in the community. Innocent people are being chased away from their homes because of the activities of the Nigerian soldiers, or should I say, the Zoo terrorist army, the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist soldiers in military uniform. They can't go there. They are so much afraid to go there. But if it's to harass innocent citizens, they are very, very eager to do that.
The valley has forests which afford the criminals good cover from air surveillance, as well as intense engagement with the troops. Prince Oba, TVC News, Bitoli, Imo State.
So, my people, you have seen it. I only have advice for our people which I have already given. Bikono, Ositade. Musa boasts of crushing Biafra, says the next target is to end Monday sit at home. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 19th of December 2024, and I have very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, it don't happen. And I want you to pay very good attention to this very information and of course the video that follows, because so many things are going on and I want you to pay attention. Let me tell you, you are going to learn a lot from the video that I'm about to play and the statements of Musa, Ahmed Musa, that they call Christopher Musa, the CDS of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. I want you to listen to him. For those of you who are running up and down on social media, leaving the fight behind to do something that is irrelevant, instead of everyone to sheath their sword, come together if they are genuine in order to join forces to focus on the matter at hand. It is quite unfortunate. It is so painful to see what is going on right now. Look at Musa. Listen to Musa, my people.
And the southeast and the insurgency there. What's the latest update?
Fantastic. I mean, with the arrest of Simon Ekpa, you can imagine what has gone up. People are even speaking up in the southeast now for the first time. The stay-at-home thing is now being watered down, and I'm sure it's going to stop immediately.
Did you hear him? He said, with the arrest of Simon Ekpa, look at what has gone up. Maybe you didn't hear him. Let me play that again.
Fantastic. I mean, with the arrest of Simon Ekpa, you can imagine what has gone up. People are even speaking up in the southeast now for the first time.
Did you hear him? With the arrest of Simon Ekpa, look at what has gone up. And people are now speaking out in the southeast. With the arrest of Simon Ekpa. Ask yourself a very important question. Is it supposed to be like that? With the arrest of Simon Ekpa, is it supposed to be like that? Are we not supposed to be firing in all cylinders at this very point in time? Musa has the guts to come. He even said that sit at home has watered down and it will soon end. And I want to use this opportunity to tell our people something. Sit at home continues. The only place you will know who is actually sent, and in fact, I'm making it clear now. From the beginning of this very broadcast, I'm making it clear. I want to use this opportunity to announce to all Biafrans, all these things you see going on social media right now is not actually where the fight is heading. The fight is going somewhere. Bear this on my today's date is 19th of December. The fight is going somewhere. If any of them is being sent by the zoo to come and destroy our freedom, Then after this fight that you see going on social media now, the real fight will begin. You know how it's going to begin? Anybody you see coming out to tell you that sit at home is over, no matter how they sugarcoat it, no matter what they say to convince you, no matter the next agenda or the next plan that will replace it at home or whatsoever, that is when you will begin. Who? This is an exposition, and it's not going to stop whoever that is going to do that. That me making it public now is not going to stop anybody who has any intention of destroying our freedom. It's not going to end it, because the target of the zoo government in Biafraland is to end sit at home. That is the target. And once they succeed in ending sit at home, it's over for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So this exposition now that I'm telling you, the way you will know later, not now, later in the nearest future, not even more than 2 months or 3 months or even 6 months, is when anybody will come out to say that sit at home is over. That is when you will begin to realize who is who. Not now. You may not know anything now, because everything flying on social media is all about propaganda. Onyenka attack. Onyenka all respond or my attack. I don't buy those nonsense. We fought DOS with evidence. All their meetings, all the Zoom meetings that they had in secret, we made them open in the public to show Biafrans, look at what is going on. We made it open. So when you are coming to talk to me, come with evidence. That is when I will start listening. Not all these banters and ranting on social media. I don't buy that idea. Biafrans, anybody who will come tomorrow and tell you it is the end for sit at home, that is when you begin to know who is who, because it's going to come unless their hands are clean. If their hands are clean, all of them, both from the two sides, I am not working for any of them. I am making it clear on the media. Since this whole thing started, I've been saying it. Even the day I was reading Charter, I also said it. I am not on the side of anyone, and I am not working for anyone. But anybody who will come tomorrow to tell you sit at home is over, that is when you begin to know who is who, because that is the target of Nigeria government. That is the target of the zoo government. I want you to know this from today. Listen to Musa.
The stay-at-home thing is now being watered down, and I'm sure it's going to stop immediately. We are working together with the governors. What we try to do now is to discuss with everybody, because we realize that fighting asymmetric warfare is about communication. If you stay off and people don't know what you're doing, you get into trouble. So we're taking everybody around, we're bringing everybody together to know that they have a responsibility to do, and that's what's giving us the successes.
And is it IPOB that's the problem there, or are there other criminal gangs and even hired political thugs that have taken advantage of the situation? Because IPOB have consistently denied many of the attacks that are credited to them.
Well, they always want to deny it. I mean, basically, but everybody knows, they know it, that they're the ones. It's IPOB and ESN, and again, criminal elements. You know, normally when there's impunity, a lot of acts of criminality, and then criminals take advantage of that. Everybody wants to be part of it, and that's what's happening.
But I mean, insurgent groups tend to want to, admit that they've done, claim responsibility. Yeah, I mean, it gives them power and makes them more feared. So why would IPOB say they're not the ones who are doing it?
Well, probably because of the nature of the individuals that are involved. It's a two-river. The one in the northeast, basically most of them are illiterate, not too well learned. The ones in the southeast, so they know the implications of what they are doing, and that's why they want to stay away, because in case they have been arrested, they don't want to be prosecuted. So those are the difference we have. But we know them, and then with the arrest, things are really picking up. And the good thing is that we have a good team, right from the presidency, the judiciary, the National Assembly, the National Security Advisor, the ministers of defense, Minister of State Defense. We are working as a team, and I think that's what's giving us this impetus, because we all know these challenges, and we're facing them squarely.
And so we have the Nigerian army battering away at these many security threats,
And According to Musa, he also said that they are working with the governors. He said that they are working with the governors and some individuals. These individuals, we already know the governors. I want you to understand that no matter the amount you have been promised or given by the zoo government and the politicians in Biafraland, I want you to know that the freedom of the people is sacrosanct, is untouchable, is the most important thing in our lives. The freedom of the people of Biafra. The total exit of Biafra from the zoological republic, which amounts to eradicating the zoo presence in the entire Biafra territory. I want you to know that that is the most important thing in the lives of every Biafran. So these individuals, including the governors from the place they call Southeast and South, I want you to know that since you have taken it upon yourselves to sabotage the freedom of the people of God, you are going to pay dearly for that. You will pay dearly for that. Look at how Musa is bragging now, boasting. Boasting. Because they believe that the arrest and detention of Mazi Simon Ekpa is going to give them the leverage, the opportunity to destroy the freedom of the Biafran people, the already declared freedom, the already declared sovereignty, the already declared independence, the already declared the restoration of independent state of Biafra. These people are now bragging, trying to let us know that what we did is not going to yield a fruit. But I want to let them know that it's a lie. What we did in Finland between the 29th of November to the 2nd of December is going to, not that it's going to, is already standing, and the world is aware of it. And I want them to know that in no distant time, if for this bragging, Musa na bragging now, obeloge, it will turn to tears. Amu Musa na amukita will soon turn to tears. In no distant time, Musa will be crying. I want you to mark today's date. Today, Musa is laughing, right? He's laughing. Very, very soon, Musa will go back to his crying, era. Musa will continue to cry, and these tears will never, ever end or go dry from the eyes of Musa as long as you continue to subjugate and destroy lives and properties of the Biafran people. These tears will never go dry from your eyes. You can laugh and brag and boast as much as you can at this very period, but I want you to know that in no distant time, you will go back to your crying days. Let's continue.
Across Nigeria, how much of these collective challenges weakened the Nigerian army? And are you able to give us a broad sense of the losses that the army has sustained as a result of these multiple conflicts? I mean, I wonder how much the army has been hobbled by them.
The losses mostly on equipment. But the good thing is that
you would have lost quite a lot of men.
Men, yes, but not so much as to degrade our capacity and capability.
He is lying. Musa can never accept how many, men that they have lost in this very battle. He would never accept it, because accepting how many men or that they have lost men in this battle would deter those idiots, those little boys, those illiterates that they want to, recruit into the Zoo Janjaweed. He knows. That is the reason why it is very difficult for him to acknowledge how many men that they have lost in this very war. He won't acknowledge. But that is the zoo for you. In a developed world, they will tell you, look, this is what we have lost. Knowing fully well that it's not going to stop those who want to join the military not to join the military, because they know and they believe that people will always rise to the occasion to defend their nation. But unfortunately, the zoo is not a nation. That is the reason why it is impossible for a sane individual who is not getting anything from the government to stand to defend the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. It is impossible. Apart from those like him who are gaining so much from the fraudulent and terrorist government of the zoo, it is very easy for them to stand up and defend the zoo anytime, any day, because they are getting so much. Now let's continue.
But how
just
many,
recently,
roughly? I mean, Nigerians have a right to know.
Yeah, we'll make that available. Now I don't have the figures. I don't want to speculate. Right. Yeah, we just.
How won't you have the figure? You are the chief of defense staff, the highest military officer in the entire Zoological Republic. How wouldn't you have the figure, Musa? Because everything that happens in the military, all the armed forces land on your table. Then from your table, it goes to the Minister of Defense. And from the Minister of Defense, it goes to the President. Even the Chief of Army Staff, that is number one, the army boss, is answerable to your own office. So how wouldn't you have the figure? It's a typical lie because he knows he cannot afford to give the figure to the public. The number here, or Church Abasa. The zoo Janjaweed is finished. That is why they keep on recruiting young boys under age, 15 years, 14 years. Each and every month, they are shopping for boys. Every month, they are shopping for recruitment.